What is going on, my Cardano friends? It is your friend Jack here, and in today's video, we're going to be covering some of the recent Cardano developments in terms of user activity and Cardano surging a lot of metrics amidst all of the crypto crashing and crypto misplacement of billions of dollars in user funds. As you've probably heard a million times in the past week, crypto is down, the prices are down, and a lot of other things in terms of exchanges and custodial holders of a bunch of people's assets with billions and more dollars are also down and out. Many bankrupt. FTX cascaded into a lot of different things, and I really don't think it's over yet. But it also showed how weak some parts of crypto are and how sketchy others are, promising APYs even 8% and doing it in a very shady way. But more on that maybe another day. I just want to really highlight today how even though Cardano is down 20%, we have seen an immense amount, a good surge of new user activity and positive user activity in the direction of self-custody for Cardano, and it's a great thing to see. Just before we get into the metrics though, I want to mention that today's video is sponsored by Radmus, a group of Cardano NFT enthusiasts who really like Cardano Warriors and wanted me to highlight the project today. Cardano Warriors is a project that's been around for quite some time, and they're building an RPG adventure 8-bit style game with a ton of lore and a ton of story. Pretty cool stuff. They've been around since I got into NFTs over a year and a half ago. They have a very, very large team, as you can see here, and they're partners with Jed and Lace Wallet. They also have a land sale going on right now. All the links for everything onto this will be linked down in the description. Now back to the content of today's video. Cardano network activity has spiked after the FTX collapse. So a lot of people are worried about their funds and they're moving them onto actual blockchains they trust, and at least away from centralized places that can just freeze your funds or go bankrupt and say, hey, we can't withdraw your funds because we don't have them. That won't happen. At least it shouldn't happen on blockchains that are very decentralized like Cardano. And we've seen over 10,000 addresses created on November 8th, when the average is usually less than 1,500 per day, as well as the number of transactions on the Cardano network reached 391,000 in a single day, which is about 2.5 times the standard number of transactions. I also tweeted about a few interesting metrics. 22,000 new Cardano wallets and 1,500 new people realizing you can stake your ADA without locking any of it up. True liquid staking, secure the protocol, and earn passively here on Cardano. This is just from November 8th all the way to November 13th. This is even after a huge spike here on November 7th to 8th, which was mentioned in this tweet. And overall, users are getting their funds off exchanges and they're coming to Cardano, many of them, because they realize, hey, this staking on a centralized platform isn't as safe, not as secure for my funds. I don't have custody, and also locks up, and also my funds might just never be mine again if the exchange goes down. If you want to go over some more metrics and all of the interesting things I've talked about in today's video, the source will be linked down in the description. This is brought to you by Blockchain Cardano Insights, and they have a ton of good data that I've been using for over a year now. So if you want to check out some interesting metrics and just everything on the Cardano blockchain, you can go there. Now, there's interestingly enough, I mentioned staking, and Cardano is kind of the industry standard for staking, not Ethereum. Ethereum is now proof of stake, and it's the one that everyone's talking about when they think of staking. But Ethereum has some fundamental flaws that aren't the best for staking, I have to say. In Ethereum, your stake is locked, your withdrawals not yet allowed, and minimum at 32 Ethereum, except with third-party assistance to stake your Ethereum by yourself. On Cardano, it's liquid, it's good, and that's why a lot of people are, I think, coming to Cardano because they've realized they can get a, not even necessarily an APY, but any kind of return liquidly while staking. And if they believe in the blockchain, it's kind of a no-brainer to do that over trying to get 32 Ethereum. Keep in mind, on Cardano, you yourself, person I'm watching this video, you can elect block leaders. You can elect who mints the blocks on Cardano and essentially pick from thousands of stake pools to say, who do I trust that is going to have high integrity, and I want to be able to mint blocks on the Cardano blockchain, or at least increase their odds by adding my stake to their stake pool. It's not really how it works on Ethereum. It's kind of weird. It's more of a capital game than it is a social game, and I think proof of stake should be somewhat a capital game, but it should also have a lot of social aspects, so anyone in the community who has just a little bit of ADA, not hundreds of thousands, can have influence on who mints blocks. There's even more reasons to not stake your Ethereum, or to, if you're looking for a staking platform, not go with Ethereum, aside from the barrier to entry being 32 ETH, unless you want to do it through third parties. And then right now they control pretty much, over 50% of the network, and other risks we could go over all day. But in general, Cardano, just want to mention, has a great staking mechanism. I have my own stake pool, so I'm completely biased, but that's a large reason I think a lot of people will go from exchanges and bring their assets over to a blockchain like Cardano, because exchanges offer these APYs that, say, Cardano has, sometimes even more for short periods of time, but Cardano does it in a way where the users have control of their funds 100% of the time, and they can truly liquid stake, and you don't really see that anywhere in a top 10 blockchain. Never mind on Ethereum, where you have to have such large capital to go upfront on your cost to stake. It is also interesting to see that amidst Cardano having a surge of user activity, we've seen a ton of falsehoods come to life in the parties that have been constantly bashing Cardano and saying how there's no substance over here, it's a ghost chain. All the other things that were supposedly so much better end up falling and crashing downwards because of the non-sturdy foundation that they're built upon, whether it be Ponzi-nomics or just artificially pumped in general by outside outside investors that are really VCs and have a lot of stake in it. Things don't look so good on other places right now, and Cardano to me is a great place to be in crypto. I want to mention that I don't think that I'm a genius by being in Cardano. I just think this is the place that I'm going to choose every single day. I made a video about it yesterday talking about why I choose Cardano and the decentralization aspects, just everything about Cardano that attracts me. But initially when I got into crypto, I wasn't aware of these things really, and I got pretty lucky that I ended up being in a place where all the things that matter the most in crypto, fundamentally, Cardano has achieved them and focused on them very heavily. Overall, surges in activity like this are going to happen time and time again, so long as Cardano continues on what it's fundamentally built upon, a decentralized layer of activity, and also a better place to store your funds than any centralized exchange. Staking them liquidly and doing whatever else with them on your own accord is a lot safer than leaving them somewhere where someone can just go bankrupt and take all your money. I don't want to see that happen to you. So please, 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 if you have your funds on exchanges, take them off, get a hardware wallet, go to Ledger and Trezor's main websites and buy from there directly. Don't buy on Amazon, buy from the direct websites, and have a great day. It's me, your friend Jack. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Thank you so much, Radmus Group, for sponsoring this video. All the links will be down in the description for anything mentioned in today's video. Peace out.